Well, Phil Lafferty, manager of St Austell, this is a rather unusual feeling for me, talking to you after you've lost 2-0 against Glossop North End. Is the tie all over?
No, the tie isn't all over. If the tie's all over, then we'll cancel the flights and we'll give everyone their money back that's planning to follow us up there next week. So the tie is not over as far as I'm concerned. I told them that. I said if you can play poorly but stay in the game at 1-0 into injury time, and almost nick something, rather against the odds, but nick something with Martin Giles at the end, then what are they going to do if you play well? And 2-0 during any game, and we're at the halfway point, 2-0 is always quite a dangerous lead. But without really believing ourselves and asserting ourselves next week, then the time might as well be over. So we need to go and ask some questions and make sure those fine lines and margins that we actually earn and deserve a few next week.
Of course, the questions could all be unnecessary if Chris Rescue had perhaps put that early chance away, but I'm struggling to think of too many chances their goalie had to save, though.
No, we haven't worked the goalkeeper enough, and we flashed a few balls across the box early stages to lift us a little bit, but didn't really believe and commit players in there to finish it off, whereas on the other hand they did. We rode our luck, and yeah, they could have scored 4, 5, 6. However, they've played against a team that haven't really shown their true colours today. We haven't done what we're good at in an attacking sense. We put a lot of pressure on our defence, and that's really disappointing because all I wanted was to give a good account of ourselves in both of these semi-final legs. And if it's enough, it's enough, and it isn't, it isn't. There's nothing worse than spending the rest of your life wondering what if we'd actually turned up that day.
I've just heard their manager sounding a bit disappointed that they didn't make more of today. He's obviously putting on the face that he's going to presumably tell his players that St Austell can only be better next week than they were today. But you've got to go up there, haven't you, and give it a good go. Absolutely so,
and we will. Believe you me, we will. And anyone that doesn't believe what I believe won't be getting on that plane next Friday. An early goal up there where they are, by their own admission, I've read it, at home, not quite as confident, not quite as relaxed as they are when they're away. We were the underdogs before today, and we're massive underdogs now, obviously going up there. But 2-0 is a really dangerous lead. An early goal, push them back. You know, Shore Lane were the better team for 70, 75 minutes up there 2 weeks ago.
If there's anything about today's game that you could change, the lineup, the formation, the style, what would it be?
I wouldn't change anything. Certain players, and they know it, haven't performed. I don't think anything the management have decided to do today has backfired. I just believe that some people haven't believed in themselves, and they haven't. A couple have sulked, a couple have been disappointed that the opportunities didn't come their way, didn't get the supply in their opinions that they wanted. So I wouldn't change anything today other than obviously the scoreline.
Yeah, and I mean at 1-0 with minutes, seconds, ticking away, it looked as if, and the rally you put on at the last 10 minutes, that they would have been a bit concerned. But that second goal has come as a real sucking, it's killing blow, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's really, it's 1-0 going up there. I would have taken 1-0 at half time today. So, we made the changes in the second half to go and have a bit more of a go at them, but bringing Tinsley on, who will work up and down much harder and is better in the air, in our box, and obviously from Chappie's kicks than Slateford out there on the right. We were finishing the game with him and Christian Popple coming on to be a little bit more banked up and a little bit more dogged in our defending, because obviously the first 60 minutes we weren't. So I felt we could play the game out at 1-0 and possibly go and nick something, and we nearly did. Yeah, it would have been probably injustice to them, but we nearly did nick something, and the fine line didn't work for us today, and then they've sucker punched us in injury time.
And of course, finally, Glossop's support today I thought was really, really good. You've got to be wanting to get as many St Austell Lily White supporters up that motorway to Derbyshire next Saturday.
Yeah, I can only plead that they still back us, and I can only promise them that we'll go out and have a right go, because we now can't claim that we had a right go over both of the legs, so we have to have a right go in the second leg, and an early goal could really wobble them. And all I ask is the supporters really do back us and follow us up there and make a weekend of it. I'm not happy after the first leg to say, oh well, we got this far. So, that should tell you that we're going up there to have a bloody good go at them.